I'm Andrew Jenkinson, the Caravan Expert, and welcome to my Caravan channel. Well, hi. Doing a little review on the latest 2021 Auto Trail from their F line series. I'm looking at F72. Now, this little bit of an intro should have been done in the motorhome itself, but what I realised then that I'd actually deleted it by mistake afterwards. So I'm doing this first, and then I'll just explain exactly where it's going so it doesn't sort of leap into the cab. But I'm going to start off with the cab, and we'll have a look there, because they're based on a Ford Transit. A very modern interior inside. Really liked it. And I went to Todd's Motorhomes. Now, Todd's Motorhomes have been going since about 1982, 83. They used to be trailer tent, folding campers. Before that, and a garden centre. They're based just outside Lockstock Hall at Preston, and it's a family business, and they're really lovely people. I've been going there now probably since maybe about 94, 95, but I hadn't been for some years actually, because I've never had call to go there of late. So it was great to catch up, great to go and see Stuart and David, his dad, and just to get the feel of this fantastic little run business, which is all actually indoors. So it's actually all undercover. It's in an old, what was a mill, and they were just doing a bit of a refurb while I was when I visited this day to actually go and review the Auto Trail, and so I had a bit of a chat, a bit of a catch up, but it just reminds me how family businesses, you don't get many like this anymore. And it's a real shame, as things have got family and they've been bought out or grown such a size, and it sort of loses their identity. But Todd's are still very, very much hands-on with customers. And in fact, Stuart was actually sweeping up the floors. You know, he owns the place, and there he is sweeping up the floors to get ready to doing some painting. Like he said, you know, I like to be getting on with something and doing something, and while we're quiet now, just before Christmas, we'll get on with it. So anyway, without further ado, we'll go straight into the F72, which is a 4-berth, but on this layout it's got the parallel seating, so it's only got 2 belted seats at the front, which means legally you can't have somebody sat behind the cab because they're not belted up. They do a belted version, but that's more like an L-shaped seating. So basically you've got the seat belts in there, so 4 of you can travel. This will sleep 4, the F72, but it won't travel with 4. I know it sounds a bit cockeyed, but that's the way it is. Anyway, I think it was just over £53,000. I'll put all the gumph on the end of the video, and basically it was a really nice motorhome and feels very modern. I've always liked Auto Trail. You know, there's a lot of their older vehicles from even the late 80s still knocking around, giving good service out there. So that's going to be something to the quality that Auto Trail have. Of course, they became part of the Trigano group some years ago after being bought out by ABI. I think it was in about the 90s, about 93, 94. And they, of course, when ABI went into liquidation, they were sold off, and Trigano bought Auto Trail, and since they've had a new factory, and I've been there and had a look, and it's a super spot. Anyway, after all that, let's get on with the review, and I'm starting off with the cab. It's a Ford Transit, and I think I asked if there's sat nav in there. Sat nav is an option. There are a few other things there. So when I say I think sat nav in there isn't. And I think at the end of the video I call it a trekker or a tracker, which don't know why, and just had that on the brain because that's another range that they do. But it is the F series. So let's get on with it. Well, it's Ford Transit and it's pretty good standard layout. Now, Transit has been really, how can I put it, modernised over the last few years, and it really is a smart vehicle to drive. I've driven one and they're very, very good to drive. Of course, this comes, I think it comes with a sat-nav on this, I'm not sure, I'll have to check the spec up on it. But it's a manual gearbox, it's 6-speed, and it's got aircon in it, that type of thing. So it's pretty well equipped. It's just like driving a car really, except a lot bigger of course. You've got the seats here that swivel round, which should be called captain seats. So both these can be swiveled round, so you can actually join this lounge area. This motorhome actually sleeps 4. But we'll start off, as I say, with the cab in the front end area here, and up above here we've got a great sunroof there, and that actually opens as well. That looks really nicely finished off. Quite like this all nicely finished off around there. Auto Trail have been going to say a long time. They've been going nearly 40 years, and they're pretty good at building motorhomes, believe me. But you've got some storage up here. This is a low line, so it's a bit more streamlined, so it should be a little bit better on economy, etc. Some storage up here, bit of cubby holes there, nice LED lighting. Now when you step back into this bit, you come into the main lounge area, which of course makes up into a double bed here, and you get a freestanding table, will go here in the middle, and this will be very, very comfortable. Now you've got good storage, you've got overhead lockers. I see something, this feels a sturdy old thing. It really is an old thing. It's a brand new model, you feel. It feels really sturdy, and everything feels good and solid. I do like the fridge. It's just quite modern. It's quite contemporary. Of course, it's got the integral lighting which you get now. You've got another locker on this side. Also, you've got a seat here, of course, in the lounge, and you've got these little LED spotlights here. And here at the door you've got a window in there, and of course you've got this nice LED at the above here, but you've also got a thing to put your telly on so that you can actually sit and watch your favourite soaps or whatever in this lounge area. It feels very spacious, very comfortable. Right, let's go into the kitchen, because that is pretty good as well. And that's like an L-shape. It's one of my favourite sort of designs. L-shaped kitchens always seem to be a bit more homely and some a bit more practical. But let's have a look at this anyway. Well, here we are in the kitchen area, and it's that little L-shaped design, which I quite like, because I like to sort of be in this little bit here. Regards worktop, you've got this bit here, not a tremendous amount. Of course, when you put your glass covers down, of course you've got that extra bit of workspace. Nice big sink, of course, and there's a 3-burner hob. There's no dual fuel hob in this. Put that down there gently, but it's well lit up, and you've got some good, decent enough overhead storage here and there. But what you'll notice, there isn't a microwave, but there is a grill stroke oven in here, and it's the handy Thetford one. You've got some storage here, and also put your knives and forks in. And you've also got some storage at the bottom here, in the bottom cupboard there. So the kitchen is pretty compact. Now you're saying, where's that fridge? Well, the fridge actually is just here, and it's the Thetford slimline design, so there'll be enough room there for putting all your goodies in it. Now, although this will sleep 4, what you've got to remember is, in a motorhome you need obviously 4 seat belts, but there's actually only 2 in here, and that's of course at the cab. So really it's a motorhome which will sleep 4, but you can only really travel with 2. So, you know, if you're on site and then somebody wants to stop over, you know, that's fine, not a problem. But you can't travel, of course, so that's the that could be the bugbearer there, should that be the case. But anyway, you've got some a main socket there. Let's get back to this, and as I say, you've got your fridge freezer there. Now, when I came in here, it was all in darkness, and I went hunting around for the control panel, because I'll mention this now while we're in the kitchen area, and I eventually found it here actually in the kitchen. So there's your control panel, and this is the new fancy dials for the Truma heating as well. You just see that. So a salesman just said to me, oh, we should take a bit of time just to, we'll have to look at those. I said, we've not seen those before. So they must be, they're new, he said. So you got your fridge, so this is your kitchen area. And I think what we'll do now, and you've got blown air, oh, must remember that, you've got a blown air outlet there. So you keep your toasties warm while you're cooking. And I think we'll now just go into the lounge. We'll leave the washroom till last. So let's have a quick look at this rear lounge area, which also makes into a bed. So let's have a quick look. Well, this is what I like about this. This feels really nice and cosy down this bottom end. Now what you'll notice is they've not got proper curtains as such, because so you're relying on your fly screens and blinds, or your blinds for night time, and they're sort of pleated, so that's quite posh. You've got good lights in here again. You've got your LED lights here. I can try and turn that on if I can find it. Yep, there we go. So for some night reading. Plus you've got LEDs underneath here as well, and over your locker units. But it's a place you can put the telly if you wanted to. If you want to be in the back here, there's a main socket here, TV aerial socket, 12 volt socket, and also while we're at it, you've got the table storage here. Now this lounge area is very, very comfortable. It's very sort of cosy at the back here. And I say, this will make into a double bed, and you've also got another blown air heating outlet there as well. And also you've got access to the seat bases, he says, by having to pull this up. There's access lockers outside, so you can get to whatever's in here from the outside should you wish. Now storage, pretty good. You've got 6 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, I can't count, run out of fingers, overhead storage lockers, and again a good size, and you know, it just does feel nice and sturdily made. It just feels nice and quality built. And you've got these nice handy shelf corner units too. Plus you don't have a hikey roof vent here at the back. In fact, there isn't actually a hikey roof vent in this motorhome at all into the Auto Trail. You've got a fairly big decent skylight, and yeah, this would be very, very comfortable. Sat down here, you feel quite nicely cut off from the rest of the motorhome. Actually, it really does. It feels quite nice. It's just, yeah, quite cosy. Now what I did forget to mention about when I was just in the kitchen is it actually has, sorry about this people, is that it's actually got an omni-vent roof vent in there in the top to get rid of the extractors, gets rid of any smells for cooking, etc. Right, let's rewind back again. You've got the wardrobes at the back here, and good size, very deep, crikey. Yeah, very deep, good hanging rail up there, and you've also got some more storage beneath here as well, in the way of shelves. And there's part of your Truma heating piping going through. There's a gas locker on that side which you'll see on the intro, which will take I think 2 13 kilo gas cylinders, if not 2 13 kilo, 2 6 at least. So decent wardrobe. Now what I've found missing here, there's no mirror on this outside at all. There's no mirror at all, which I'd have thought they may have stuck a bit of a mirror here on the washroom. Yeah, it seems a little bit strange to miss it out. But anyway, let's go in that washroom since we're talking about it and see what's what. Right. Well, electric flusher of course, and separate shower cubicle, and it's all sealed, and it's quite practical. And actually, even I can move around in there without too much of a problem. Let's get in here proper. Got proper shower doors of course. Nice little thing there to hold your soap and your hair shampoo, and there is no actual roof vent in there. You've got to rely on the roof vent that's actually in this main part, which I suppose it's a fair old size, so I would think actually you shouldn't have too much problem. Mirror wise, this is your mirror. It's not a particularly big mirror, but that'll be enough for some people, I suppose. Of course, some good LED lighting. Nice little hand basin sink here. Again, not over big, but it's alright, it's practical enough. And you've got some shelving here, which should be handy to put your bits on. And also some more storage here with some shelving. And I quite like this different colour break, actually, it's quite good. But yeah, it's the latest Stepford cassette loo in there, electric flush. On site, if you've got a site which hasn't got very good facilities, oh, you have to excuse me, I'm just trying to get out of it, because you're actually on a bit of a lip when you go in there. Must remind yourself that is on a bit of a lip there, so when you put your foot up, you know, you can't just go straight through, otherwise you'll end up in the hand basin. Not clever. And of course, you've got some storage there. So storage wise in this washroom is pretty damn good. And I say, you have got a roof vent up there, quite a big one, so it should take out any unpleasantry smells or whatever. I won't go into all of that. Shut that. Okay, let's have a summary. And I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to go in that rear lounge because I really like that. I'm going to go in there. Action. Well, I'm here in the lounge area to give up my little summary. And as I say, it's very comfortable, and I can imagine having a really sort of good evening at the back here with friends and everything, having a drink, and just generally having a good social get together when, of course, times allow us to do that, of course. Great storage, as I said before, good lockers, good LED lighting, and of course, you know, you've got your little doodah ones here, your little spots for any dedicated reading. And on the whole, this feels really comfortable back end. I like it. So what do I think of this, the Tribute? Well, I think for just over £53,000, I think that's, remember, the price ticket on the window. I said I'll check this, put all the bits of gummins on the end of this video. It seems pretty good value. You've got that transit, which is good. It'll be good on fuel. It'll be pretty good on just general power and drivability. But you've got this, your lane living area, and it really is a nice motorhome. Auto Trail, as I say, have been going a long time, so they know a thing or two about making motorhomes. It feels well put together. I like the light wood inside. It looks fairly contemporary. It doesn't feel cold. You know what I mean? You know, some light woods, and that can feel cold. I mean, some of the Caravan tests, I think on the oldest Crusade, some people said, oh, that wood looks very light. And probably actually when you come and see it in real life, it probably isn't quite as bad as you think. And I think that's the same with this really, because, you know, some people might see this on the video and think, well, that looks very, very washed out wood effect, and it looks a bit chilly and cold in there. But it isn't. It's just nice, actually. I like the kitchen area. As I say, no microwave, but, you know, you could always get a cheap microwave if you want to do. Plenty of storage in the wardrobe, plenty of roof locker storage, and I think for two people this is going to be a really very comfortable motorhome. Any things I don't like? Well, as I say, the control panel is usually at the door as you come in, which I mentioned previously. I had to fumble around in the dark, find the control panel. You know, if you're on site, you've driven along, you've driven, you know, several hundred miles. All you want to do is just get the lights on and just literally roll into bed. You don't be fumbling around looking for the control panel in the dark. So I think that should have been really on that door side really. And again, there's no belted seats at the front on this. I believe you can get this with belted seats, as I think as an option. So if you want 4 to go, you must remember that if you're ordering one new. But otherwise, you are limited to actually only travelling with 2 people. So it is dedicated really for 2 people. So, you know, the ability to sleep 4, but as I say, for travelling, it's definitely going to be for 2 people. So I think at 53 grand, just above, you get a lot of motorhome. You get, as I say, the good storage. It's got the Truma heating in here. Would I like it to buy it? Oh yeah, this would suit me and my wife very, very well actually, and it would be good. I'm sure we'd find this very comfortable. You know, if she wants to watch something on telly down there, and I want to work at this end, it'd be ideal because he feels big. For a motorhome, some motorhome layout can feel very sort of almost claustrophobic, but this doesn't. It feels nice and light and spacious, and it's got a really nice ambience about it. Anyway, I'm going to say please like and subscribe, please keep watching the videos, please keep giving me your comments, press that red button. Let's get it up to 700. I think we're on just short of 700 subscribers. I'm really trying to push and push. And just to remind you as well, on this video you'll probably seen the clip of the, as we came on the intro, of the new book coming out, the new motorhome book, the motorhome story. It's a bit more of a social history, more than manufacturers or manufacturer mentioned. Just give this a plug now, and you can be ordering it online on Amazon or from the History Press, the publishers of my last book, The Story of the Static Caravan. So stay safe, and we're running up to Christmas, so if you're watching this now in July 2021, it'll feel like a date, but if you're not, do have a good Christmas. But hopefully I'm going to get out and get a few more reviews of tours, etc., and hope some more motorhomes. In the meantime, I shall see you again and see you soon, and please keep watching and please keep subscribing. Bye for now.